Welcome into episode 28 of Breaker Banter. Hope everybody had a great Mardi Gras season as we were off last week due to the crazy and hectic nature of that wonderful holiday down here on the coast. But back here for episode 28 and excited for a day one guy, Xavier Charbonneau, joining us on the panel momentarily. Excited to bend his brain, albeit he's on the IR right now, but excited for a quick return in the coming weeks. Last weekend for the Breakers, a 6-4 loss on Saturday night, followed by an 8-3 loss on Sunday afternoon. But that Saturday game, crowd was really into it. We heard you guys, a back-and-forth game, 3 fights, and it was a fun one to call, absolutely, against the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Still 4 more meetings between the Breakers and the Bobcats this season, so we'll be excited to see how those games pan out. Also, Matt Gellerman making his Breakers debut over the weekend after being signed from the Port Huron Prowlers, who released him. Came in, made an impact immediately, scoring a huge goal in that Saturday game, so congratulations to Matt. And also Hugo Koch coming over after the trade from the Topeka Scarecrows, the rights of Josh Rosenzweig being sent to Topeka, and then Hugo Koch coming in. He had a handful of points this weekend and was spectacular, so excited to see Hugo continue to build on his success. Former Mississippi Seawolf and now a Breaker, has fit in very well with this group. Earlier today, some transaction news for the Breakers as Chewetton Blacksmith acquired via trade for Lair Patakin Jr., being sent that way. Wish Lair all the best as he heads over to Columbus. Going to be pretty interesting having Blacksmith playing for the Breakers, going against the River Dragons in a home-and-home this weekend, and Lair Patakin doing the same, going against the Breakers. But should make for some fun storylines, and looking forward to seeing how those guys do with their new clubs. And then the biggest news of all, and yes, literally the biggest, 6'8 enforcer AJ Schlepp on his way up via call-up to the Worcester Railers of the ECHL. So very excited for AJ, the penalty minutes leader in the FPHL this season, now going to get to go on the big stage with an NHL-affiliated team and see what he can do up in Worcester. Really excited to follow his journey up there. This upcoming weekend, as I mentioned, a home-and-home series, 6:35 Central, puck drop on Friday in Columbus at the Civic Center. And then on Saturday, it'll be back in Biloxi, 7 o'clock puck drop for Country Night. We're excited. Not sure if you got a chance to see those overall jerseys, but they've got the denim overalls pretty much, and then the checkered picnic blanket look. They're really cool, fun jerseys. We're excited. Those will be auctioned off after the game on Saturday night, after the game with the River Dragons. So excited for all that. It'll be all country music as well, so come in, join us for what should be a fun night of hockey. But that just about wraps us up. We're going to bring Xavier Charbonneau on for our interview momentarily.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
And we welcome you back to episode 28 of Breaker Banner. It's a day one guy from training camp, Xavier Charbonneau, one of 7 remaining on this roster. Hard to believe, but he's still with us. And Xavier, you dodged 27 bullets. I know you didn't really want to be here, but here you are. Excited to have you on for an interview. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Now we're just going to get the elephant right out of the way. The United States takes down Canada. We had a nice little banter going on with that, but a 2-1 overtime win, and the women as well winning gold over Canada. What are your initial thoughts after taking in that game on, Sunday morning? Sunday morning.
Yeah, I will say it was a great game.
It was a great
game. Canada dominated all the game, and it's true. And in the OT, USA just capitalized on the chances on a broken play, and hockey's like this sometimes.
Yeah, well, you got to watch the game, and of course, McKinnon missing the empty net, Taves getting robbed by Hellebuck. I'll agree with you, Canada was the better team, but Hellebuck stole that one. So it was awesome. First gold medal in 46 years for the States, but I know that with a Canadian-heavy Biloxi Breaker team, there was a lot of sorrows. We just mentioned AJ Schlepp and his call-up. He said, we're not good at anything anymore. That's where his mindset was at. So it was pretty funny watching that all go down. But yeah, so now that we've got that out of the way, I know you want to provide one back.
Yeah.
So
I want to say to you that you still don't have the Super Bowl this year.
I'm a big Patriots fan. Sharbs is a Seahawks fan, so he got his lick in there. And yeah, that was a tough one for me to swallow, especially because it wasn't like they just had no business. It was the worst football game I've seen them play in quite some time. It's like watching last year's Patriots. So definitely was gravy to be there, but definitely a tough one. But Sharbs, neither here or there. Let's now get into your career. So tell us about your early hockey journey growing up in Val-David, Quebec. When did you begin to play?
I began at 4 years old in an outdoor rink league. It was pretty fun. I was just playing for fun at 1st, and it's pretty much like my mom's come to the games on an outdoor rink, and one of his friends was just talking with my mom and say like, your kid got some potential. You should like bring him to the house league at least and see how it went there, and maybe it's gonna get further. So after it was just like I fell in love with the game. It's just
Storybook.
it's the best game ever, you know.
It is the best game ever. That's why we love what we do. But early mentors and coaches, and how did they shape your love for the game? Were there people that had an impact on you from a young age?
For real, I've been really lucky all my career about coaches. They all bring something every year. I've been like really like well entour with my coaching staff. They always like have trust in me, make me play some different role every year and everything. So it will be a long list, but like every year I've been like really well entour and well coached. So.
And that's awesome to be able to have all that help growing up and now to play at the professional level. It's going to be a very rewarding feeling as well as for them. But I know you're not someone who has a favorite NHL team. So
No.
I guess, was there a favorite NHL player that you had and modeled your game after growing up?
Growing up was really like Sidney Crosby, Patty Kane, all that era. But right now, I would say I really enjoy watching Celebrini plays. Like he's really like a young, talented player, and it's really nice to see him play like at such a young age and dominate that much in the league.
Yeah,
I really
19
enjoy
years
it.
old.
It's not the best team ever, San Jose, but like he's really good. And
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Celebrini's awesome. I was just chuckling to myself there because of how many opportunities he had to win the gold medal for
Don't bring it
Canada in
up.
the
Don't
last
bring it
game. But no, he is truly a generational talent, and I'm excited to see how him and Bedard and all these young Canadian players come out of their shell and grow up. But other sports and activities you did. You're quite the athlete growing up, but what else were you involved in outside of hockey?
I play a lot of sports growing up, not really like competition-wise, but like just for fun and everything. I really like playing different sports. I was swimming, playing soccer younger. I played baseball with my dad sometimes, just throwing the ball. Volleyball, beach volleyball during summer. Like a lot of sports. I'm really like I enjoy sports. So, and it was good for myself, for my development too, because I work some different type of exercise and different type of muscles. So I really think that brings another level in, even like when the season of hockey was coming.
Yeah.
Because I was just like
staying active,
yeah,
staying in
active,
shape, and,
yeah.
and just being an active guy. That pays dividends, especially when you're growing up trying to play competitively and get to the highest level possible. Being active year-round is very important. But we'll pick it up where your EP starts. 2016 to 2018, you're with the Nord Selects Bantam AAA team.
Yep.
62 games played, 21 goals, 13 assists. What did you enjoy about your time playing at this Bantam AAA level?
With that team, it was really like, because it was like kind of a program school. So all the team was at the same schools for like 4 or 5 years, depends on the player. But for myself, I was there 4 years, and I enjoy all the memories with the boys. It was like,
And you're an 03 guy, so
Yeah.
this is you're only, 13, 15 years old, just about, growing
Yeah.
up in that era?
so I've been with that group of guys because it was pretty much always the same group for the 4 years. And like it was maybe since I'm 12 to 16 with the same guys. So I got like a love of relation with those guys, like friendly relation.
Yeah.
And it's like pretty much a big thing for me because it was really those memories, you can't forget it. You know?
Absolutely. how did you see your game develop? So playing with that group, developing a chemistry, in what ways did you see your game elevate?
I think it's really nice to play with the same group because you can build chemistry and learn to play with different type of player. But I've been lucky too because each year's, like I was saying, it was like really different years every time for me. I've been the fourth line grinder to the first line sniper. I was really a swift knight like all the time, all my career, all along. So I've been on different roles. So it's really nice to be with those type of player and with all the coaching staff too that put trust in me and on different type of role. And I think it's pretty much what it's like brings my development really high at that time.
So you finish up your time in Bantam, 2018 to 2020, so right up until about COVID time, that 2 to 3 year gap. You're with the Nord Selects Midget Espoir, and I'm probably going to pronounce a few of these French words wrong, but I'll get as close as I can. 30 games played, 17 goals, and 8 assists in that span. So as you continued to go up the ranks and grow, starting to get now closer to the 18-year-old age mark, which is when juniors begins, things of that nature. But how did you feel yourself adapt to the game as you got older? Did you feel like you were able to play up to the competition? Did you feel above the competition? Were you a bit of a grinder? Like, what part of your game did you feel yourself really focused on at that time?
I will say I'm a gamer. I consider myself like a gamer, and I will always like do everything to win. So I would say I was not above. I always consider myself a little bit lower to the level to motivate me to be better. But I was really trying to just make my place. I've never been like in the, I don't know how to really say it, but I can say like I never had my spot guaranteed every year.
Right.
I really needs to work hard every year to make my spots, and I think it's what it. I was kind of that mindset in those years because I wanted to go on a higher level. So I just keep myself like not too high, not too low, just to keep working hard and try to find a little way to make my spots in those kind of teams and show myself after that.
Yeah, you kind of took my next question right out of my mouth, which was, so you're playing at that AA level, and it was a thought. You wanted to try and get to that AAA level. Like, that was something that you were fully striving to be able to do. And if we flash now to 2020, you did jump to AAA, and you're able to stick there for the rest of the year. 5 goals and 12 assists and 27 games played for the Saint Hyacinthe Gaulois. How'd I do? Not close?
The Gaulois de Saint-Hyacinthe. Saint-Hyacinthe Gaulois.
Saint-Hyacinthe Gaulois.
Yeah.
All right. Close
You're
enough.
not bad, but you need to work on your French.
How did it feel to make that jump mid-season, and were you concerned about your spot? I know, like, mentally you mentioned, like, you were conscious of trying to move up, but now that you made it there and, you're playing the back half of the season, how were you able to kind of block that out and focus on your game playing at that now higher level?
I know my values as a player too, so I'm not. I try to stay at like not too high, not too low, like I was saying. But I know my value as a player, and I'm really confident as a player. So I just try to keep it calm. I'm not really a stressed guy in life. So when I heard that I was moving up, I was just like, keep it calm, keep it cool, calm and collected.
Yeah.
When with the
Composure.
Composure with the new group of guys too. I didn't know. So I was just trying to play low key, not being too like trying to be the big thing in the lineup and everything. Don't keep my head like really calm and everything. But I can say that I made a great first impression with them.
Good. And so then right around that time, when you're really starting to hit the peak of your game, is where it's ever been, the epidemic hits. Coronavirus comes in. Was it difficult to stay motivated through COVID? Did you feel yourself kind of like getting a little, for lack of a better phrase, like indoorsy and like you wanted to be able to go out there and do stuff? Did you feel kind of like let down to some extent?
For myself, it was a bit difficult those years because I've been injured a lot in my junior years, and it was kind of like the determined point with the draft of the QM and JHL and everything. And it was pretty hard because I got the concussion right before the COVID. And I was like really down in my mindset a little bit because I was like, another injury. And
Especially right when you mentioned the QMJHL,
Yeah.
that's major junior. Like, you're going to
Yeah.
go play in the CHL. Like,
Oh,
that's
I
what
got
you want to do
invited
at
by
that age.
Wildcats, and like I was like ready for it, and the COVID just came up and bring a little bit the dream shatters a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I try to stay positive in those. I've made myself like good on that with that type of.
You made your peace.
Yeah, I made my peace with that, and I just trying to work after it. I trained really hard during COVID to try to bring my game at another level, and I think it's pays up now,
Yeah.
like I was saying. But
And you already touched upon the fact that it was a little bit demoralizing having that chance to go play major junior stripped away. Do you think that things in your career would have panned out differently had you had that opportunity to play at that higher level and play with the best of the best?
you know, you never know.
You can never play much.
And sometimes you just have a path and you need to follow, and everything's happened for a reason. I'm really that type of guy, so I just made my peace and trying to move up forward and make my own path.
So after COVID, now we get to 2021, 2022. You join the Terrebonne Cobras of the QJHL.
Yeah.
22 games here, 5 goals, 6 assists. You're now 18 years old, relatively fresh out of COVID. Did you feel the competition had changed? Because now you've had, maybe a handful of months off or a year off with the coronavirus. Did you feel that you were able to kind of hit the ground running and play right back at that level, or did you feel yourself a little bit handcuffed or handicapped from that year? What was it like?
At the beginning, a little bit, but I made myself like work a little bit harder at the beginning of the season because I've seen that I was maybe losing it a little bit because of COVID. So I worked really hard in the beginning of the season to make me a good spot in the team, and with the coaches, is one of my best coaches I ever had, Robert Dubuc, and he was seeing me like a good grinder, and I was his Swiss knife with that team. So my role wasn't to make points and everything, and I made my peace with that, and I just pushed forward to be the best support player that I could be for that team.
Persistence and tenacity through all these things that you went through seems to be a constant theme in your career, which is what you need to be able to do as an athlete. Like, it is not a straight path, 99 times out of 100. So to be able to get through all those things is definitely led you to where you are today. But 23-24 is when you really take a leap, at least statistically, in your game. With the Laval VC of the QJHL, you play 43 games, 21 goals, 16 assists. This is the longest tenure you had with a single team in your career. Do you think that helped you, that longevity that you had? Did it kind of come out on the stat sheet offensively because you were there for so long and really starting to feel comfortable there? Or what do you attribute your offensive success there from?
For sure, it helps to be that long, like to be a veteran in that league, to be powerful and like constantly put in some points on the sheets. But that year was a little bit like how you say it, I don't remember. Like it was like my last year, It was like I had the knife between my teeth, and I came out for my surgery too of my knee, ACL and everything. So I was like really like in the gamer mode. It was like my last chance to prove myself.
Leaving it all out there.
Yeah, and I give it all out. And with my coaches, he trusts me. We were like maybe not at the best team in the league, so I had more ice time and everything. So it helps a lot with my development and like my confidence on the ice, and it brings my game at another level for sure.
So previously you were with, we said, Terrebonne, and now you come to Laval, both those teams in the QJHL. So what changed from one season to the next to make you become a point-per-game player? Do you think it was your age and becoming one of the older guys you mentioned, being a veteran, or was it the coaching, personal development, training? Kind of what was it that helped you get to that point where, now you're one of the premier guys on your team?
I think it was a little bit of everything. It was like all the work I put on, the trust from my coaches, having more ice time, you get more confident, and being a little bit older, you know the game a little bit more how it plays, and you're more calm when you play, calm and collected. You make less mistakes, and it make a difference for sure.
So now we get up to 24-25. So last season you joined the Tottenham Railers of the GMHL, which since has become an affiliate of the Breakers, but at the time wasn't. You had yourself a stellar year full of career highs, accolades, 34 games played there, and you post 40 goals and 38 assists. You were also named the GMHL's top defensive forward in the South. So all of a sudden you're playing this unbelievable two-way, 200-foot game, which is a goal of any hockey player. Just what was working so well, and what are your initial thoughts looking back at Tottenham?
I think it was. It's not like it's a really different leagues, and I had more space. I was older. I was 21, and I was playing like against, because it's not a federation league, so it's non-federation league, so you can play at 21 there, and it made like a big difference to play against younger guys for sure. Not to give out some, like, not to be humble, but like just it's true. It makes a difference to be that old and that like have like all those years behind you against some younger guys. But for sure, I was really confident in that year with the year before, and I was like really confident on the ice, and the coaches trust a lot in me. I was the captain there. They put all their trust on my game, on myself, and I think it helps. I want to give it all for them, and be the best player they would have. Like I could be for them.
And so best defensive forward, I want to touch on that for a bit. That is quite the honor to be bestowed, because not only are you an offensive threat, but now you're being seen as the best defensive player among the forward group. So what did that award mean to you, and do you see that in your game today as well?
It was a great honor for sure. It's a great honor to receive a trophy like this and an award like this. And I think it touched my heart a lot, because it was like all those works. I worked a lot in my career to be the player I am right now. And I think it was just like a little gift for all my effort. And it was like really, really, really fun for me and all my family too, all the sacrifice they made for me and everything. So it was just the cherry on top of the sundae.
That, I mean, yeah, I can imagine it's rewarding for you and all parties involved. But was it in that season that you realized you wanted to play professionally, or was it something that had always been in the back of your head your whole career? Like, when did you know you wanted to go?
It's always the little kid dreams, but it was always there. But I didn't know where. I didn't know which league and everything. For sure, when I was younger, I really wanted to go overseas, and it's still a little bit my final dream, the final goal. But if it don't happen, everything happened for a reason, and I will have no regrets. I play pro in Biloxi. You cannot you cannot be mad about it. No. It's a great place to play. It's a great atmosphere to play, and I cannot be more happy.
So closing out your time in Tottenham, do you feel that your confidence was at an all-time high in that season? Like, coming off being named the best defensive forward, you had 78 points, so you're over a 2-point-a-game guy at that point. Do you think your confidence was at an all-time high heading into now your pro career, or where did you see yourself mentally heading into this season?
I think I was really confident, but at the same time, I know the game. I know how it is. You came as a rookie on a pro camp. You need to make your spot not by your talent, but how you work on the ice, your attitude on the ice, and everything. So yes, I was confident on my game, but I wasn't like just putting all my chance on my talent. I really want to show that I had a work ethic, a great work ethic, and I was a gamer, and I had my spot to play in that team.
So what was training camp like? I mean, we have to go all the way back to Lafayette. Like I said, you're one of 7 guys remaining from that training camp, and one of only 5 playing in the lineup, or you're not even in the lineup right now. There's, Conway just got put on season-ending IR, include him. Garrett Johnson, of course, has been here since day one. So, there's only 3 or 4 active skaters from that training camp team. But What was that experience like for you personally? And after you get all the way through it and get to opening weekend on the roster, did you feel yourself take a breath a bit? What was the emotions that you felt finally being, you signed a pro contract, but now you're actually going to play for the team?
Yeah, for sure. It's really fun. You know, it's take off a weight of your shoulder for sure. But you still have to make your spot. You're in a pro team. You need to be always prepare mentally and prepare physically to play at your best level, because you never know what happened on a pro hockey team. You know, business is business. Sometimes in hockey, your spot can take it off like this, like a snap. So I was like in the mindset, I was really happy and everything, but my mindset was still, I need to prove myself. Yeah.
Injuries have also been a frustrating theme, not only this season, but throughout your career. So your first one was a concussion, and that was when you were, if I remember correctly, it was Rex Moe. He retired after this fight with you, but that was your first pro fight, and that's a guy that's, I think, 6'3" to 6'5", 230 to 50 pounds. Like, he was a tough customer to challenge you for your first pro fight. What do you remember about that, if anything at all? And do you think that kind of was your welcome to the Fed moment, and after that you were able to really hit the ground and play a physical game?
For sure it was a good welcome to the Fed. For sure it was, but the feeling, it happened so fast.
Yeah.
It was just like...
He kind of just jumped. He didn't really give you too much of an option.
I didn't have the option. I needed to protect myself, in that situation, and I said, sorry for the curse, but I said I need to protect myself and just go all in. And it was scary at first. When I opened my eyes and I see it was Rex Moe, I was like, maybe I'm dead today.
Yeah, but little did he know that would actually be the last time he was on the ice. Like, he retired after that because it was another concussion for him. You guys kind of both took each other out. I think in hindsight, you probably both go back and maybe let that one go. So you could have not had to go on IR and he could still be playing. But anyways, yeah, that was quite the welcome to the Fed moment.
For sure, it will be a great story to tell when I will be older.
But yeah, wow, what a time that was. I remember being like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that's the first one he's going to get.
Everybody was shook.
Yeah, but then finally you get back off the IR against the Topeka Scarecrows. You score your first professional goal, and I remember we manifested it the night before. We said it's going to happen tomorrow because you'd had a bunch of chances and just were snake bitten. But finally you're able to score that goal in Topeka, and it was in a wind, which is even better, of course. What was it like scoring that goal?
It was really, that was maybe the biggest weight that I take it off of my shoulder this year. I was shaking. It was like unbelievable. I didn't believe at first I scored, but it was so fun to see all the guys so happy on the bench. The guys, they were so happy for me because they seen me work for it all year long before that, and it was just like such a relief.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awesome to be able, because I felt that same thing. Like, we knew how hard you had worked, and to see it finally go in, I was like, oh my God, celebroo! It was great. But yeah, so you get 2 goals, 5 assists now in your time with the Breakers. But we already touched upon the fact you're just one of 7 guys remaining from camp. How are your relationships with your teammates? You've had a lot of them through your time here in Biloxi, but how are your relationships? You got one of your close roommates, Lucas Bikarchek, our new captain. Let's actually talk about him for a sec. Seeing him named captain, what do you think about that decision?
I was really happy for him. He deserves it. He works hard. He's a great guy on the ice, outside the ice. And I think we cannot make a better choice. You don't see it maybe right now, but he's a great captain, and he will be a great captain. He was shook when he knew it was him, but he will be a great captain, and I think we cannot make a better choice than him.
Yeah, it's really excited for Pies. The only guy left standing from the Seawolves last time that now went through training camp, even though there's now Bartlett and Stoya and Koch that have come back. But yeah, I'm really excited for Pies and excited to see what the Breakers can do in this new era. But what's your injury timeline, and can you tell us how much you know? What are you allowed to say? I know the fans want to know. There's a few comments.
Yeah.
They're like, we want to know when he's off. So
It's really tough to say right now, but I will try to be on the ice as soon as possible. I want to play again. And it's just some sort of like not sure. I need to speak with doctors a little bit. And I've been on the ice, so I've tried to practice, and it went well. So it can be a little relief for all the fans. I will probably play again, but I cannot say when exactly.
Okay. Favorite thing in Biloxi off the ice? What are some things you like to do when you're not on the ice at the Coliseum?
Probably play pickleball. I know Pies when he did the podcast, he said, but we're still playing, and now we're teammates. Back in the day, we were against, but now we join our forces, and we do well. Or just hanging out with the boys, you know. It's such a good temperature here. It's always sunny.
A lot different. Yeah.
It's a lot different than Quebec right now, so I enjoy it.
Back
I take
home
it
for
all
me,
in.
2 feet of snow at home. I don't know. I would imagine in Quebec that it's the same way, but yeah, 2 feet of snow back home for me, and 65 degrees down here. You really can't beat it playing pro hockey. But do you see Biloxi as a place that you'll play in future seasons? Do you see yourself coming back here, or do you maybe want to go overseas and explore that? Where do you see that?
For sure, I can see me play here again. That's for sure. I love playing here. It's such a great place to be. It had so much potential to be a great culture of hockey here, and a great hockey team, a great place, great fans, and everything. So for sure, I see myself play here again. But like I was saying, back in my head, I still have the little goal to go overseas. So we'll see what offer I got and everything. But
Definitely open to it.
Definitely.
Awesome. And as I like to leave it with everybody, your message to the fans.
I will say, come support us. It's such a game changer when you're all there cheering for us. And I hope I can play for you again soon. But I can promise you that I will be back.
Awesome. Well, that's Xavier Charbonneau. Great interview with him. Sharbs, it's been a long time coming, but we finally got you on here, and it's over. How you feeling now that you got it? I know you've been dodging bullets. Every Tuesday I come looking for him, and he's hiding from me, but you got through it, and you did great. You did great. But happy to have you on. That's Xavier Charbonneau. Excited to see him from his return on IR whenever we get lucky enough to see that. But Sharbs, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
All right. I'll be right back to wrap this thing up on episode 28 of Breaker Banter.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
A huge thank you to Xavier Charbonneau for joining me for episode 28 of Breaker Banter. He absolutely crushed it. We even went 10 minutes overtime because of how great the interview was going. So appreciate Charbs coming on, facing the music about Hockey Canada going down. Definitely, I know something he was reluctant to talk about, but a great interview and nice to see his journey. He's the only rookie left from training camp, the only true rookie who hadn't played a game in the Fed through training camp, and it's been awesome to see his development and the type of player he's becoming. So really happy to have had Xavier on. Another couple updates. As we mentioned, AJ Schlepp on his way up to Worcester in the ECHL, so congratulations to Schlepp and wish you the best. We'd like to say thank you to Brandon Lucchese for his time there, released earlier this week. But Luch, a guy who was here from day one, so that number dwindles down to 7 with him gone. We wish Luch the absolute best. Always a joy calling a big goal from Lucchese. And then Declan Conway, of course, season-ending IR, so he will not be active for the Breakers this season. We'll see what the future holds for him, but he's going to be a huge piece of the offense. He's still the leading goals leader, and he hasn't played since December 12th. So going forward in future seasons, it could be a huge catalyst for the Breakers' success. But again, 6:35 in Columbus this Friday, and then on Saturday, 7 o'clock at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum for Country Night, all country music, and a specialty auction post-game. So we hope you can join us. There's only 7 home games left. 16 games left in the regular season, 7 home games left. So get your tickets now at the box office. We hope you can join us as we wind down and begin to turn our focus to preparations for 2026, 2027, setting the groundwork, and excited for many more seasons of Breakers hockey to come. But that just about wraps us up here from the Hard Rock Cafe in Biloxi. My name's Devin Dobek, the voice of the Breakers, and I'll see you on the call coming up this weekend for the home and home with Columbus.